Thing. We're from a hotel, so let's try to go live. I don't even know why I'm going live, but why not? Let's try to set this up here. We could look up what time it is and I'm trying to figure out how to set this up where I wonder if there's captions on this too. Hello, everyone. Let's look up what time it is in Russia right now. Why is this so dark? Um, Here we are. I put out a video. Well, there's a video uploading right now. Let's get presentable. There's a video uploading right now about how, like, I don't know what to do about the channel because, you know, it's a weird situation. I guess I'll figure it out how to deal with the Russian audience and the American audience, but to be honest, post more content about just like I don't how do you say? I want to post more like just general artistic content from the US, but it won't be so focused on going to Russia anymore. So, I don't know. Should I just change the name of the channel probably and just rebrand it? The thing is, I don't want to lose my Russian audience. I don't want to lose them. So, I don't know what to do, honestly. And I feel kind of bad, but I do want to just post more regular stuff, but I want to attract like it's weird. We're in Chicago and and I'm also a part-time dentist. All right. I'm the CEO and attorney of Damage Entertainment Incorporated. Very interesting. Hi everyone. If anyone knows what's going on, say something in the chat if you want. But yeah, this channel was about me going to Russia. It was 100% focused on me going to Russia. And like I'm not trying to pivot away from that, but it can't just be about that. So, I honestly I don't know what to do. It's weird. Is Cheryl with you now? Anyway, apart from that, yeah, I've been talking to ChatGPT a lot. You okay, man? Sounds like you're going through a rough time right now. Not really. I mean, I'm not. It's not a rough time. I mean, it's fine. But I think that's just how I sound in general. Yes, sir. Well, I don't even know why I went live, but I figured I'd just come on here for no reason. Do I have a cat? No, I don't have any pets. I kind of want it. I would like a cat, but I move too much. I move too much to keep pets. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do about the channel. Same. Yeah, I would love a cat. You know what's funny? I asked ChatGPT about keeping animals, keeping a cat, and ChatGPT like glazes you so much. ChatGPT just pretty much agrees with everything, every idea you have, and everything that you say. But I can't keep a cat because I just move too much. So I wish I could though. I would love to have a pet. Anyways, yeah, I'm at a hotel in Chicago for a few days. I got off the truck. I got off the truck, so I quit my job and Yeah. You see, here's the thing. See, когда планируешь вернуться в Россию? That's the thing. Hello, Astan. That's the thing. I don't know. By the way, can you see captions on here? Can you see the translation of English on here? I'm probably not going to return to Russia for a while. That's the thing. So I don't know what to do about this channel. Because the Russian audience is probably going to be like, I don't care about this crap anymore if he's not going to be in Russia. So right now, I don't have any plans to return to Russia as of right now because I need to. My Russian language isn't good enough. um, and I need to figure out a different income besides trucking that's remote so I can live there. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's what I have to do. So I can't go back to Russia until I have good Russian fluency and I have a remote income. Yeah. I mean, living in Russia, it's like, what am I going to do in Russia? Like, I've been there 5 times. I love Russia. I freaking love it. I would love to live there and I would love to go, but I would love to live there permanently, to be honest. But the fact is that I need to be fluent in Russian. I gotta be fluent in Russian and I need income. And I'm not gonna work as like a freaking Yandex biker person or something. What's up, Brazil? Yeah, man. So I've been to Russia 5 times. I've spent over a year in Russia, and it's like I just don't have the luxury of just going there again to do what? To just hang out? I mean, I would love to, but I need to get my life in order. I need to do the things that I need to do in order for me to be able to stay in Russia, which is I need to get my Russian language up, but also I need to sustain myself. I need an income, right? I need a freaking income. I need a job or not a job. I need money. You need to generate money. Right? And if I'm not going to keep going back and forth into a truck, then I need to do something remote. So I don't know. I need a freaking miracle or something. I've been talking a lot to ChatGPT. A lot. Do you guys have ChatGPT? Because this thing literally became my freaking best friend and mentor. It became my mentor. It became my best friend. And then I started finding out on the internet that, like, there is such a thing as like chat GPT therapy, and that's a real thing because chat GPT is like agreeing with all my ideas and saying I'm the smartest person in the world and talking about, yeah, that's a great idea, you're actually so right about that. And I'm like, so then I saw a video on YouTube talking about chat GPT psychosis, AI psychosis, where people are literally going crazy um, because of these therapy sessions with AI. And think about it, chat GPT is like totally free. It's totally free. No ads. So I don't know. It's something shady's going on. But it's helped me a lot, I think. Hopefully the Wi-Fi stays good for this. So I uploaded an Instagram video and I uploaded a YouTube video as well. And I want to keep uploading videos and doing that just for fun or just for no reason, because what else am I going to do, you know? I have no family. I have no kids. So what is my legacy in life? What is my legacy? I mean, making videos or creating something would be the only thing that I have to like leave behind. You know. And I spent 7 months on the truck, 7 whole months, just like wasting, not wasting time, but I feel like it's just 7 months that's just deleted from my life. I don't really remember. I didn't make any meaningful memories. I didn't really do. It's like this, just time that's just gone. 7 whole months, just gone. And then it makes me think. It's like, what's really important in life. What is important in life? What's at the end of the day, it, you know, you can either, you can either do that and work because you have to work, or you could pursue, because the whole time your gut, your intuition is for me, it's like pulling. The longer I work, the longer I work, like the more I feel like you get a little more dead inside, and your soul is just dying because you're just doing something just to make money to live. It's like a weird, you know, it's weird, man. I wonder if this thing cut off. So, anyways, what's up, Dimitris? Uh, Doka. Odvetish. What does that mean? To review Russia? Where? Hold on, let me translate that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this channel, man. Где ты год пропадал, только если ответишь по-русски? You can't see, you can't even see the captions. I'm probably gonna delete this live because there's no point if you can't see the captions. I'm at a loss. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I posted a video, so you should be able to see the captions on there. Get an education, have a new profession, and start a new career. And it's not feasible. I feel bad because Russians can't even understand what I'm saying because there's no closed captioning on the live, only on the videos. I try to fix it, and it says that I guess it won't close caption it while it's live. So I feel bad about that. Is starting over an option for you? Get an education in Russia. Have a new. You know what's crazy is that I went to get Indian food, and the guy, I don't know how Russia became the topic, and the Indian guy, he said his brother started a medical school in Russia, in some random city, like, so yeah, he started an entire school. Yeah, but that's crazy. That's crazy. I know. Yeah, I told him, I said, yeah, I've seen a lot of Indians over there studying medicine. I didn't know they were actually doing school. Like, I didn't know they were building a school or whatever. Yeah, I've seen a ton of Indians studying medicine in Russia, apparently. So probably he built a school there to take Indians to study. I mean, that's crazy. That's so cool. And he had been there for like already 10 plus years already. He had been there for 10 plus years. It's so funny because like I'm so fan. Yeah, and for me, yeah, medicine is a bit extreme hardcore. Yeah. Especially for me, I mean, I'm an idiot. I'm a total idiot. I wouldn't even spend one day studying medicine. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. I'm an idiot. That's the thing. I don't even know. I'm just like the more I think about it, I'm like, man, I'm just happy that Russia even accepted me as a tourist. Cuz they could have just said, "You have nothing to offer this country. We do not want you here." That's real talk, man. I'm just thankful that I was a tourist for so long. Cause I'm just this like, I'm just like kind of like this weird dreamer kind of like my head's in the clouds, like just wandering around, Like seriously. I would never study medicine. That's insane. One person in here, cause I'm fascinated by like architecture, and of course, you know, so someone was like, "Oh, you should study architecture." It's like, no, like not that's not the that that's not like the next logical step because I enjoy architecture. That does not mean I want a degree in architecture at all. Not at all. So, I don't know. Getting a driver's license and uh driving there could be a trampoline for. Well, the thing is like, um, the last time I was there, I was on a student visa in Petrozavodsk. So I was going to university, and, well, I mean, it was a very light workload. I mean, it was like a cheat. It was like a cheat, but that was the path to residency, 100%. Temporary residency and then permanent residency. The thing is, with temporary residency and permanent residency, you're confined to working in that region only. Like, you're confined to, like, the Karelian region. So, and my studying, I mean, I would have to stay there for, like, forever, like, years studying. And to be honest, it got to the point where I just was like, I was so isolated that what's it called? I was so isolated that I like got depressed, and then I stopped studying. So, and I wasn't even close to reaching the level that I would need to pass the exam anyway. So, and honestly, I haven't even thought about that in so long, you know. I'm not gonna lie, like I have to be honest. Like Petrozavodsk, I'm so happy that they took me in. I'm so happy that I even had that opportunity. But Petrozavodsk wouldn't be a place that I could see myself staying in long term, you know. And that's just the truth. But um, yeah, I mean, it's something that I would have to think about. because I came to the conclusion, I was like, I'm just gonna study on my own. I'm just gonna study Russian on my own and become fluent. So I'm just gonna study on my own, become fluent, get my own income, and then whatever. Because the university thing, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. I just don't know. There was another guy too. There was an English guy, a Scottish guy, and he was already married. He was already married, and he was doing the same thing. He was going to university trying to get his temporary residency. And then once you get your temporary residency, then you need to wait a year before you get your permanent residency. And it's so much paperwork, and it's like, yeah, I don't I don't know. Yeah. Can you really learn any language on your own in isolation effectively? Yeah, you need interaction. Yeah. I mean, yes, you need interaction, but um like I would need a tutor. I would need a tutor. Yes, I think I would need a tutor. Definitely. And like, so yeah. But do I need to be in Russia? Yeah. Do I need to be in Russia? No, I don't think so. But I think, I don't know, it's hard to measure. Being in Russia definitely helps because you're just surrounded by Russian all the time. As soon as you step out the door, you're immersed in everything is Russian. So that definitely helps a lot. Um, but I mean, I was there over a year. I feel like even though I don't speak Russian fluently, obviously, like I was immersed enough where I feel like part of it seeped into my brain from being in Russia for as long as I was. Dealing with small life's problems is the most effective. Yeah, man. I mean, it does help. It does help, but you, it does help. Yeah, it does help. But you can also create like a digital immersion. You can create a digital immersion, for example, like if you watch a lot of my Instagram feed is in Russian, and I have a all Russian language YouTube channel. So you can immerse yourself digitally with the computer. Because in Russia, a lot of times I was just in my room for most of the day or in my apartment most of the day. It's not like I was hanging out with friends all day. I was in my room in my apartment by myself. So it's like if I went to the store, like, and when I went outside, yeah, I would hear. But for the most part, I was inside, and everything. Most of the Russian that I heard was from. I would watch Russian language YouTube videos, read Russian books, um, and that kind of thing. So like the dealing with life's problems, like that was a very small percentage of my exposure to Russian, I think. But yeah, like being there definitely helps. But I mean, think about it. Not everyone has the luxury of learning Russian in Russia. Like, there's this Turkish girl. I mean, she's super like I don't know if she's super gifted at languages, but she's on YouTube. Her name is Iklal, and she's like a level four. What do you call it? C1. She passed like a C1 level exam in Russian, and she didn't live in Russia at all. but she had like Russian pen pals and stuff. Yes, Iklau. I mean, and she's like, when she learned Russian, she was so young too. She wasn't even 18. She's only like 21, I think. And she's a expert at like a bunch of languages. And one of her favorite languages is Russian. And she's Turkish. So and she didn't live in Russia at all. So ideally you'd want to spend time in Russia, but I've been there 5 times, and you know, it's just like I just pretty much came to the conclusion that I should come back when I'm fully prepared. If there was an opportunity to stay in Russia where it wasn't like the thing is Petrozavodsk was too like isolating, and I felt very like constricted. Maybe if I studied in St. Petersburg, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not like a typical person. I'm not going to take the typical route. There's just a lot of things where I'm like, I need the freedom, I need the space, and I'm not I'm not into like a very strict program that I have to stick with for like a long time, I guess. Book a session with Iklal. No, I didn't even know she offered a session. She'd probably, I mean, what am I gonna talk to her about? I've seen all her videos about Russian. She has really good videos talking about how to learn Russian. So I've seen those. She has like a full like half an hour video about like how to learn Russian. The thing is, like, I spent the last 7 months on the truck, and on the truck I haven't been studying at all, you know, at all. And on top of that, I didn't make any friends in Russia at all either. So I try to just read the signs in the universe, and I try to say, okay, what do I do? What do I do here? Do I stay in Russia? I mean, sure, I could stay in Russia, but like, I don't know. And there's complications with sanctions too. It's like a lot of it's like moving money is weird in Russia. It's not that simple. I wish it was. There's another guy living over there too. I forgot his name. I think his name is Eric Piccioni, and I'm sure you I'm sure people have seen him. And he's from Ohio. He sold his house in Ohio and moved to Russia, but he has a Russian wife. That's the thing. Most people that do this, they have Russian spouses. I'm not trying to make an excuse, but I mean, Russian spouse is like the shortcut to going over there, to living over there. And I do not know. I think he does remote sales or something like that. And I don't know how he gets paid, but I mean, I'm sure there's a way to arrange it, I guess. I thought I could do like the back and forth trucking thing, like just go trucking for 6 months and then go back to Russia, but no, you can't, because I feel like I just have one foot in the water and the other, you know, the other, I don't know. Yeah, but either way, I had like once I told them I stopped studying, I had to cancel my student visa because I had to leave the country, which was also confusing. Like I didn't know, what was I gonna go back and keep studying? Yikes! I mean, I couldn't do that. I could not do that. But you know what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get my passport and I'm gonna get my tourist visa again. So hopefully they give me another 3 year tourist visa. That would be great. Maybe I just enlist in the freaking army, dude. Imagine. That'd be crazy. Yo. Man. It's a lot to think about. It's too much for my little brain to figure out. I have to have some kind of like divine guidance on what to do here, you know. I wonder what you meant by book the session. Nah, Tony, I'm not sleeping in the truck tonight. I quit yesterday, so I'm officially off the truck since yesterday. I got a hotel. I'm in the hotel now. I was on the truck for 7 months. 7 months. And I gained 30 pounds in Russia the last time. The last time I was in Russia, I gained 30 pounds. I gained like the equivalent of 30 pounds. And I lost it. I lost all that on the truck. So I'm back down, like, I'm back down 30 pounds again. I've been on a diet since July 4th. Yes, I don't know what I'm going to do about this channel. I don't know. Because people are going to always be asking me, are you going back to Russia? And it's like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know, which is a fair question. How did you gain in Russia? I thought you walk a lot and food is healthy there. I mean, it's good. It's the food is healthy, but I mean, whether it's healthy or not, if you eat a lot of it, it's still I'm still gonna gain weight. I was eating this ice cream that I thought was like sugar free, but oh, the video got uploaded. Good. I was eating this ice cream that I thought I was eating like two shawarmas at a time. I was ordering two shawarmas and like getting two ice creams and eating candy. So I wasn't eating the healthiest food. And I wasn't really exercising. I wasn't doing a whole lot of walking in Petrozavodsk either because it was like everything was icy. The whole road was icy. So that's why I gained 30 pounds. Like 12, maybe 12 kilos, I think that is. 12.5 kilos. The shared values visa. Maybe I should get the shared values visa. You know, maybe I should. Maybe I should. I'm in Chicago. I went to downtown Chicago. I would not downtown. I went to like the center of Chicago because right now I'm really far away from the center. I'm in the suburbs. And wow, Chicago was looking rough. And you know what about Chicago too? Try any Stalovaya. Yes, next time, of course, I'll try the Stalovaya. Thank you for the recommendation. Next time, the Stalovaya will be my first stop. That's the first thing. When I go to Russia, that's like the first thing I go to is Stalovaya. But yeah, I drove down to the center of Chicago, like the west side. It was so rough, man, and like it was so many people that I always realized that I felt like this about New York too. I always felt like it was too many people and I couldn't think. Like when too many people are around, I cannot think, and I feel like the it's like a biological interference with my brain, the brain frequency. Like the frequencies are too they're clashing too much. And I remember thinking, I'm like, how can you think when there's just so many people around? I don't. I was like, what? I was like, why do I feel like that? And I feel much more comfortable like far away. Brat too. What about it? What about Brat too, man? Yeah, Brat too. Brat Dva. Yes, sir. One of my favorite films, man. It's one of my favorite films. Yeah. I got confused about yeah. You know, I got that film confused me so much about who was where. I got so lost. I was like, are you is the brother in who's in Chicago and who was in Brighton Beach? I got completely confused. Stalovia is a canteen or a diner, by the way. Is it? Is it? What else? What else? I wouldn't call it a diner. It's a canteen, but yeah. I know what a stolovaya is. You know what I mean? I love a stolovaya. It's my favorite. It's the best. It's the freaking best. Yeah, the lizards. I've never gotten bothered by lot lizards, unless the lot lizards are like in certain only certain areas, like Memphis or I don't know, Little Rock, Arkansas. The lot lizards isn't really a thing. I'm not. Some trucks they put a sign on their window. It says no lot lizards. But I've never been knocked on by a lot lizard ever. Never. Never ever. Most of the time I sleep with my truck completely unlocked. I forget to lock the truck and everything. Yeah. But yeah, Bratva, I gotta go back to Russia. Then I can work, even do trucking in Russia. Bro, the last thing I want to do is trucking in Russia. That's the thing. That's what people. That's the thing, man. Is that people are always they always tell me that they think because I do trucking here that I'm gonna do trucking in Russia. People always they always want to like, which make it's obvious, it's logical, but I don't want to be put in that trucking box. There's no way in hell I would do trucking in Russia. Like, absolutely not. I don't even want to do trucking here anymore. I'm trying to not do trucking anymore. I want to do something on the computer. I want to do something remotely. I'd like to work with like brands and like do media stuff and like do like advertising and like do marketing and that kind of thing with like e-commerce brands. I would love to do that. That's why I want to make more content about like style and like more artistic things. And I would love to work with like some e-commerce brands. Ideally, if I would work in Russia, I would love to like market to like America, the Western market. But because of sanctions, it's like everything's all messed up. I recommend, yeah, yeah, Come and See. Yeah, I'd love to watch Come and See. That's that's the movie I watch when I really want to cheer up. When I really want to get in a good mood, I'll watch Come and See. Idis Matri. I'm gonna throw on Idis Matri so I can cheer up real quick. It'll put me in a nice mood. To see that kid's face where it's like the freaking white face of that kid, that thing is burned in my mind. I wish honestly. The funny thing is I had that saved on my I had that film saved on my computer and I had to delete it out of all the movies that I have so I can free up some space. I was like, "Come and see. Look, I love you, but you don't need to be saved on my computer. I'd rather watch freaking Slushebny Roman." I'd rather watch a comedy, to be honest. The Return, I haven't. Wait, what's The Return? Возвращение. What's Возвращение? Is that a Sarkovsky? Or what is it? No, I didn't make any friends in Russia. That's the thing. I met one, in 2022, I met a lady named Mary Masha. She was from some city in Siberia. Bro, she's awesome. Russians are just the best. But we didn't really like click that much because I don't know. She was just a kind of not the most. She was kind of like, I don't know. We just didn't click. But no, I didn't really make any friends in Russia at all. No, unfortunately. О чем он там? Oh no, what is Dmitry saying? Oh, not Tarkovsky, the other guy. Okay, I'll have to look that up because I'm trying to. I think I've heard of this movie. I'll tell you what movies I have. This other film saved on here. I think. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I have Brat, Inadekvati Ludi, which is I've seen that movie like 10 times. Inadekvatni Ludi. 14 plus, Первый Любовь, or I think it's called Первый Любовь, with the kids, which I love that film. If you haven't seen it, I have a freaking homage to that film on my YouTube channel, which I love. I love that. Сестры, I have Сестры. Oh, it's called Loveless. It's a film called Loveless, which is more modern of film. Some lady on here was asking me about Acción, the band. Grupo Acción. Acción. Which is like, I heard their song is like Daragaya, right? Crazy. Crazy. That song is so weird. And it's so old. But it's like fascinating. And obviously everybody loves it. Russian music has like such a interesting vibe. It has like a special energy that is just so weird, man. My favorite Russian group is obviously Tattoo, Yulia Volkova, and the redheaded one. I forgot her name, Elena. I think her name is Elena. Yulia Volkova. I forgot her name. Oh my gosh. So yeah, guys. I love Russia so much. To learn Russian, I was watching Kuchnia, the serial Kuchnia. And I was watching every episode like over and over and over and over and over again. But I can't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that show at all. I don't like Kuknia. Allianz. What is that? Nazare. Is that a? Is that a? What is that? Is that a song? Let's see if I could go on here and look it up. Where's YouTube? I don't have YouTube on here. Let me check real quick. YouTube. Allianz. I can only imagine what this is gonna be. I'm so curious what this is. Nazare. And how old is it? Oh my gosh. Dude, how old is this? 1987? Holy crap. Holy moly. Oh my god. What's up, Alex? Alliance. 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 He's holding a branch. Why is he holding the branch like that? Oh, I know this song. I know that part. Oh my god. Amazing. Saviot. This song does something to me, man. The guy in the background. That guy. That guy. Amazing. He looks awesome. Хорошо. Покраснел. Композитор Парахстаев недавно умер. Oh, he did? I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. He looks like the guy from Kuchnia, the chef. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Wow. What man? I would have loved to have been in Russia in 1987. That's the year I was born. Oh, really? Jeez, why? I have to. I'll listen to that song again later. I've heard that song before. The hook part. Nazari, beautiful. It's beautiful. Russian music has like this energy to it that's very profound. It's hard to. I don't know how to explain that. He's so beautiful. Как молоды we were. Как молоды. How young we were. Как молоды мы были. Мы были. Градский. Дмитрий. Tatiana Krutkova, Matushka.
After Prey, I wanted to do something new with the
Tatiana
franchise, which is taking this
Kurtkova.
classic movie.
I've heard of her.
Оглянись, незнакомый прохожий, мне твой взгляд неподкупный знаком.
Yo.
Может, я это только моложе, не всегда мы себя узнаем.
Holy crap.
Ничто на земле не проходит бесследно, и юность ушедшая все же
I have to write this down. Jeez.
Нас тогда без усмешек встречали все цветы на дорогах земных.
Как молоды мы были. How young we were, right?
Ошибки прощали, лишь измены простить не могли. Ничто на земле не проходит бесследно, и юность ушедшая тоже бессмертна. Как молоды мы были, как молоды мы были, как искренно любили, как верили в себя. Every time мы уже отыграли, и одно лишь сумели понять, чтоб тебя на земле не теряли. Постарайся себя не терять, и ничто на земле не проходит бесследно, и юность ушедшая тоже бессмертна.
Oh, the lady's crying. Oh. Oh, everybody's crying. Oh, this is sad. I can't watch this. I don't know why this is making me sad. I gotta switch this. Dude, everyone's crying. I'm about to start crying.
Отгорели зорницы, и в сердцах
Jeez Louise.
тает
Oh boy. Hold on, let me look up
забыть нам любить,
Gretzky's version. Oh, he did? What the heck?
не забыть нам.
Let's look up Tatiana Kurtukova. I feel like I've heard this before.
Ничто на земле не проходит бесследно.
Holy, what a song.
И юность ушедшая все же бессмертна.
God.
Молоды мы были.
Oh, this is sad, dude. This is sad. Jeez. Holy. Tatiana Kurtukova, Matushka. Как молоды мы были. Oh my gosh! Thank you for the recommend. Thank you for showing me that, because I don't think I would have ever heard that. Let's listen to this.
Полевых цветов веночек, в утренней росе цветок, соловья запев, свисточек, сок, березовый глоток. Тишины послушать волю, по тропинке в лес густой, поболтать с березкой вдоволь про него и про любовь. Матушка земля, и ля-ля, и
the only comment I could see here. It says, "Я не гражданин России и не русский, но одно я знаю, Россия выстроит, как не раз это делала. Вот такой должен быть у русской девушки образ." Gayazov Brothers, Malina Violada. Oh yeah, I've heard that song. Yeah, of course I've heard that song. Um, I haven't heard it in a while. Malino Violada. Обязательно. Yeah, of course I've heard this one.
Hey, Tinder Nanny Polly.
No.
How are you holding up?
What about Gagarina? Do you guys like Gagarina? This Tatiana Kurtukova Matushka is one of the most. Really? This song is catchy. What about Kukushka? Victor Soy. My neck hurts. Book, Bukalter. What about that one? Book. Alina. Ooh, this is an old one. This is the last one. I'm gonna get off here. Dang. Man.
Мне надоело петь проекту за границу. Надену валенки, красное пальто. Пойду проведаю любимую столицу. Хоть в этом виде не узнает никто. Возьму с собой на прогулку кавалера. Он песняки мои все знает наизусть. Не иностранец и не сын миллионера. Бухгалтер, он простой, да ну и пусть. Бухгалтер, милый мой бухгалтер,
What's Bulgater? What's Bulgater? The heck is Bulgater?
Вот он какой, такой простой бухгалтер, милый мой бухгалтер. А счастье будет, если есть в душе покой. Бухгалтер, милый мой бухгалтер. Вот он какой.
Oh, really? Really? Dang, maybe I should get shared values visa. What the heck would I do in Russia though? What would I work? You know, I could open a freaking kebab store or something. I could make tacos. I'm not Mexican though. I can make Cuban sandwiches because I'm Cuban. I could make Cuban sandwiches. I don't know, sell sandwiches or something. I wonder if I get approved for the freaking. At this point, maybe I should. I'm 38 years old. Maybe I should just say fuck it and try to get a Russian wife. Be like, I could be like freaking Russell and do supermarket videos. Let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Alex, I know you know this guy. I know you know freaking Eric Piccioni, the American guy from. Yeah, I can't be like Dan Wild because Dan Wild he's collecting military money, so he doesn't have to work. Yeah, I love Dan. Dan's awesome. He's cool. He's great. He's great. Do you know Alex, do you know Eric Piccione, the American guy from Ohio? Look up American Sputnik. Oh, I haven't heard of that guy. Let's look him up. American Sputnik. Let's look that guy up. I haven't heard of that guy. Sputnik. What is he doing there? Is Russia a third world country? The reality of Russia. I hate those videos so much. Well, you know what? I mean, I hate the topic. His videos look nice. He obviously, does he have a Russian audience or an American audience?
What do you say when a Jewish boy is kicked on a New York City sidewalk? When there are...
It's geotagged for New York.
I've been enjoying that. That is my favorite time of year. Let's go find out. Давай, поехали.
Ew. I'm sorry. I don't not like those videos, man.
It's a beautiful fall season of Russia. I have been enjoying that. That is my favorite time of year. But yes, it's a very beautiful city, very safe, very modern, very clean. As you can see in my videos, is Russia clean? Is Russia, or
The thing about this, I'm not hating on this guy at all. I know I don't want to sound, I cannot be sounding like some kind of asshole. But it's just been done so many times before. It's like, yeah, we know already. It's just been done over and over and over and over again. So who's his audience here? As a resident of Central Russia, I fully agree with the author. We are developing small towns. People know that, like, a big city in Russia is clean. Like, for example, I can't make that type of video. He shows beautiful Russia. I know. That's my problem is that, I couldn't... yeah, like, you have to make a clickbait like that to get a bunch of views, but I'm also in Kazan. It's my problem, I guess. But I don't like these type of videos. They're too, like, what do you call it? They're too, like, just what? Like, it's clean, okay? We know.
Is Russia safe? Go check those out. Be the judge yourself.
I'm sorry, I don't like those. But good for him, I get. You know, no hate against him.
New to my channel, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of Kazan, Russia. You may be one of those Westerners who says, "Oh, you're in Moscow," because you didn't hear.
This is why I'll never be successful, because I can't do stuff like that. Look up the American. I can't do stuff like
The
this.
city I was in. Go outside of Moscow and look how terrible it is. Here we are, once again, where I live outside of Moscow.
Well, because Kazan is a huge city, though. Not that other cities are. I mean, Kazan is a huge city.
But here I'm in the town of Innopolis, and just up ahead here, we have 2 robots for Yandex Yeda that are delivering food or groceries.
This guy sounds like he has a Russian background.
Yes, we have those in the United States, but usually the homeless destroy them. But here in a small town.
I don't like that content. I don't like where you're like, oh, we have that in the United States, but the homeless destroy them. Could be true, but
In Russia, you have such.
I don't like comparing American to Russia and then being like Russia's awesome, America sucks. Russia's awesome, America sucks. I don't like that at all. Unless if Russia would pay me to say that and give me citizenship, yes, I would do those videos because I want to live in Russia.
Quite interesting. Well, here I am in a small town, and they have.
But I do love Russia so much, but I don't like the idea of comparing it to the States and being like, so many other people do that too. They do the whole America's not safe, but Russia's so safe. America's bad. Russia's like awesome. Like that might be true, but not the best idea, I don't think, to say stuff like
that.
that.
Are delivering people's food to their apartments. So I don't know. You be the judge. To you, what may be a modern or a third world place. To me, this doesn't look third world at all.
Nobody thinks Russia's a third world place. That's the thing. It doesn't. Nobody thinks that. He also goes to small cities like... This is the stuff that became very popular, like, recently. Like, all the I've talked about this before. Like, all the Westerners that come to Russia, they all do the same thing. And it's just like... If that's what it takes to be successful, I don't want to do that. Unless if I get a letter or an email saying, hey, make these kind of videos and we'll give you citizenship and we'll give you an apartment. Yes, please, I'll do this. I'll make the best videos and I'll say, what do you want me to say? That, well, people think that Russia's a third world country. So please show that Russia's not a third world country. Okay, do you guys think Russia's a third world country? Look at this. It's clearly not. But if you're just I don't know why. Like, I wonder, does he get paid off of this? So obviously he's getting money off of this. He's not doing anything wrong. So, you know, if he's getting paid off of it, then sure. Go ahead. It's fine. But from like an artist, like from just the point of view of wanting to make like nice things or something, it's there's a part of me that just is like repelled from that, I guess.
Quite nice, a lot nicer than most places around the United States. But they have all the Victoria.
You heard him?
To me, this doesn't look third world at all. This looks quite nice.
No way, Robin Lucifer. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You went to St. Petersburg? That's great. That's awesome. You went there because of me? Did I ever talk to you in person?
Nicer than most places.
That's awesome. That's great.
Around the United States.
I love that.
why they have all the Victorica, all the grocery stores out here.
Then, and when I see a video like this, it's like you're talking. It's like it sounds like a person talking to like a stupid person. Like you're talking to a complete idiot who doesn't know anything about anything. And like maybe that's what it takes to reach a large audience, maybe, I guess. But I don't know.
Fyodorska Chai. Only the Russians all understand that one. Here is a modern small town in Russia, which is the direction Russia is heading. And this is the future of newer settlements and developments around the Russian Federation. Here we got a whole line of robots getting ready to take an order and deliver their...
He sounds like he might be Russian. Yeah, that was my goal. I wanted to show people that that was my goal when I started the channel. I wanted to show people that when I started going to Russia, it was during sanctions. It was during a time when it was not okay to go there. It was very strange. And I wanted to show people that hey, you can go ahead and do it even though it's it might not be the normal thing to do. You should do it anyway if you want to do it. That was my goal, is to show people, hey, if an idiot like me can go to Russia and it's okay, then I want to show people that hey, if this guy does it, I can do it too. So it takes some balls to go to Russia, to be honest. A lot of people are scared to go there. That's true, I think. I think a lot of people are honestly a little... because it's just so many unknown factors. You don't know what's going to happen. All you hear in the news is like that the United States and Russia are having problems. So, and if you go on the Homeland Security website, it says a whole bunch of stuff like, you're not safe there, da da da. So, the fact that you went ahead and did it anyways, then good for you. Haranchiti Boyasa. Yeah, he's asking if you were you afraid before? Robin. Were you before you saw my videos, were you kind of like afraid to go, or were you kind of like, when you saw that I went, did it kind of give you more of a comforting feeling knowing that it's okay? That's the idea, because people see it on YouTube and then they're like, oh, okay, it's safe. I'm showing you. You can see it. You can see, okay, this guy, he did it. He showed the whole thing, and so I feel more comfortable going, as opposed to like not knowing what the heck is gonna happen, and not knowing what, because you don't know what's gonna happen. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't know how to get an apartment. I didn't know how to get a bank account. I couldn't Google it. No one told me. I had to figure it out by myself. Now, once you know, it's easy, but if you don't know, it's not easy. Yeah. Yup. Yep. That's good, And, if you have it on your heart that you want to visit Russia, I always tell people I think everyone should visit Russia. And I think there's so many people that they don't know anything about Russia, simply because they're just too preoccupied with their own life, and they're not aware of like how cool it is and how like interesting it is. So I think it doesn't even get on people's radar that much at all. Dan, I forgot his last name. Dan from Wild Siberia, he did a video in LA where he was randomly asking people in LA what they thought about Russia, and a lot of them were just like, I don't know anything about Russia, and I don't really I don't really think about it. I mean, Dan Castle, thank you.
Look at that. Never would have thought in a small town in Russia I would be seeing robots delivering food.
Well, is he in a small town?
You see the videos in LA of the homeless just flipping them over and vandalizing them. Here in Russia, they're minding their own business.
Russia, if you want me to make this kind of content, I will do it. I will walk around and say,
No one's bothering anything. We got this beautiful fall season, sunset.
the thing is, he's right though. He's right. America, the United States, I mean, has it's not in good shape right now at all. It's not in good shape at all. Like if you go like it's just not in good shape. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to trash the United States. I don't think that's nice because I'm not perfect. I'm not going to complain about like when you go to a store, you're going to get bad customer service because the people that work there can't even afford to live because everything's too expensive. I mean, I could say that too, but is that really nice to say that to just trash a place because it's going badly? I think if you think about it in the long term, it's not the best idea. For in my opinion, as far as like I would feel comfortable. Because of course you can complain about it, but it's like, is that really fair to just be like, oh, everything sucks, I'm just gonna America sucks now and Russia's better. Well, but at the same time, to be fair, you haven't it's not like it's like you haven't contributed to the um you haven't contributed to like Russia's success either because Russia wasn't always like amazingly convenient. Russia has had its rough time when things were really bad, for example, like in the 90s, and but people stayed there through the hard times, and it's one thing to do that and to experience the growth period and the good times after going through the bad times, but it's another thing to hop over from, oh, everything sucks, I'm just going to go somewhere else and like, oh, everything's awesome. That's cool, but you haven't really, I mean, I don't know. It's not nice to just trash because there are people struggling in the United States that cannot leave and they're having a hard time, And a whole lot of proper research helped part of my soul will always be there. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool, man. I was hoping when I made the channel, I was hoping to like, maybe meet other people who like loved Russia so much like I did.
Kids of town, Indianapolis, hanging around here. This is quite a nice small town in Russia. Now, I can't say that every small town in Russia looks like this. This is actually quite incredible and very impressive. But it goes to show that the direction Russia is heading with developing their small regions and cities is going to be looking a lot more like this in the coming future. Now, yes, at the end of this video, I will take you to a traditional Russian town, something a little more old school. Just like if you went on the old side of town in the United States, the other side of the tracks, as they like to say. It's called art.
Lock in. I wonder if he's getting ad revenue from the United States.
Free phone every year for the next 3 years, guaranteed. When you could.
Center.
I wonder who he's getting ad revenue from. Is he getting ad revenue from the United States? In that case, don't you think? This is one of my favorite. Oh, look, Dan from Wild Siberia commented, "This is one of my favorite channels because it's not in Moscow. Most Westerners think Moscow is the only beautiful modern city. With that being said, where I live in Russia, you'd think we're in a third world country, so Russia can do both." Oh, you see, so he kind of tempers it out a little bit. "I prefer your neck of the woods. Still nothing more peaceful than having Lake Baikal in your background." I can't. I hate this type of. I'm not gonna lie. I can't. I do not like these type of this type of content. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, whatever. um. Jeez. The apartments are so. Russia is. I mean, yeah, Russia's awesome. Everything works well in Russia. It's amazing. I mean, it's amazing. You go to a store, you're gonna get proper service. In this country, honestly, if you go somewhere, you don't know what the hell you're gonna get. Um, Tony, yeah, what type of Russian channels do I like? Uh, I like. Well, I watch. I don't know. I watch. You know what I watch in Well, okay. I watched Dasha Kaplan. I was watching her a lot to freaking learn Russian, and I was watching this Russian school teacher. Her name was Tanya Mish, and she was talking about how she was bullied in school. And then I watch Russian interior design channels, and they do tours of apartments in St. Petersburg when I do watch Russian content. I don't watch American and Russia content. I don't watch like those guys because why would I watch that? I don't need someone to tell me how clean Russia is. I know I've been there already. Like I've been there enough where I know I watch. I'd rather watch Russian content, not Western or in Russian content. Тоже не поехал в Chicago или Portland. Oh. You were also not traveled in Chicago and Portland. Yeah, it sucks, man. Chicago used to be awesome. I mean, Chicago was amazing. Portland also was amazing. And things have just gotten really, really bad, man. That's the reality of it. That's the freaking reality. You know, that's the freaking reality, man. What can I say? You know.
Let's go check this place out. It's not the main mall. I have gone to one in a previous video. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely go check.
But you know, from a American perspective, Natashenka challenge. What is that? Natashenka. What is that? From an American perspective, the feeling that I got in Russia is like, as much as I love Russia, like being from the States and growing up here, I feel it's very weird always feeling like a foreigner. Like sometimes you miss people that you can relate to, and the Russian and American mentality are so different that sometimes you miss, like, man, I wish I was around people that I can kind of, that I like, you know, because you get a feeling like your country people, like the people that you grew up with, they're like your brothers and sisters, you know. And then Russians, like you guys, the people that you grew up with, you're like brothers and sisters, and the culture difference is so wide that it's a culture shock type of situation. Oh, is that the guy that went to the army? Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't looked into that, but there's a lot of people. I don't know the situation with that, but that's the guy that went to the army, right?
One out. Stuck in this door. Modern door. There you go. Here in the mall, Art Center. As you can see, it's an extremely modern.
Oh, they're Australian. Oh, Natashenka, is that who is that? Let me look it up. Natashenka. Because there's a bunch of Canadians. Or not Canadians. Oh, I haven't seen this. These are new. These are new, huh? All right, let's see this. This is new. I haven't seen this.
Healthcare professional.
By the way, when I came here, there was none of this content. None. None. It didn't exist. It didn't exist.
Ozempic, like I did.
Life in Russia, language learning. She has a lot of views.
Привет, я Наташа, австралийка, которая сделала
Dang, did she learn Russian? No way.
то, от нее никто не ожидал.
Oh, Russian. Oh, do not get me started on that. Do you really want to get started on that?
В 2024 году я собрала чемоданы и переехала в Россию.
Bravo. Good for you,
С
girlfriend.
тех пор все задают мне один вопрос.
What?
Почему Россия? Почему? Это честный вопрос. Но с другой стороны, на него ответить нелегко. Так что давайте поговорим об этом. Давайте.
Bravo. Wow.
Все
I wish I could do a video like that.
началось в 2020 году. Однажды я проснулась с мыслью,
She's reading from a script, though. I can tell. I just saw her eyes look at the script.
что мне нужно что-то новое.
She's reading. Well, I'm not trying to be a hater, but she's reading. She's reading from a freaking teleprompter.
Я сама не знала в этом моменте, что эта мысль полностью изменит мою жизнь. Мне всегда были интереснее, в детстве, всегда были интереснее иностранные языки, и
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's. Can she actually speak, or is she just reading from a teleprompter? Because I've read from a teleprompter. I'm not trying to hate, but 3 Habits That Shock Me. Is she gonna speak in Russian?
Всем привет и добро пожаловать обратно на канал. Если вы здесь впервые, меня зовут Наташа, я из Австралии. И представляете, уже 9 месяцев живу в Москве. Я не русская, но очевидно, что я учу русский, открываю для себя новое и делюсь этим с вами, да? Жизнь.
I wonder if she can actually speak. She can? If she can speak, that's great. That's really good. That's amazing. Я очень благодарна всем, кто находит время просмотреть видео, поставить лайк или поделиться своими мыслями. Окей. Я очень рада, что вы согласен про плевки. All Russian. She has a totally Russian audience. This is like my dream right here. She's not doing the American, the pandering to. Every comment is in Russian. I love that. Wow, amazing. Good for her. Wow, good for you. I love that. Holy crap. We are Natasha and Patrick from Sydney. Currently living. She has a Telegram. Okay, let's check out her videos. Did she marry a Russian guy? Oh, never mind. No, she. How I learned Russian in 1.5 years. She.
I've improved when I watch back from the beginning because I learned from the alphabet. It was a very slow process, but I'm glad I never stopped. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Would you believe just 2 years ago I couldn't speak a word of Russian, and now, здорово, друзья, меня зовут Патрик. Сейчас я живу.
Oh my god, Russian, man.
В Москве очень хороший город, потому что очень хорошая погода, большой город,
Nice. He sounds like me when I talk.
красивый город, Вечером прекрасно, особенно вечером. Я
Особенно. Отличная. Yo, Russia in the year 2000, bro. It was amazing. It was like Brat. It was like the movie Brat. It was exactly like the movie Sistri. Exactly like it. Exactly. But it was more gritty, you know? It was more gritty. I have like so many memories from back then.
изучаю русский язык уже 2 года. Я из Австралии.
Mm-hmm.
Я работаю фитнес-тренер и ютубе, да. Мне 40 лет. Я родился в Австралии, но сейчас я живу.
Nice. That's what I want to do is to speak Russian in my videos. But I feel bad. I've been 7 months on the truck and I haven't done any I haven't studied any Russian at all. I hope I'm not being too loud. Holy. She's been making videos for oh, she has a lot of views. She's been making videos for a while in Russian too. How an Australian girl learns Russian, an Australian girl learning to speak Russian 3 years ago.
Because of Rossman, I am ready for it all.
They're rich. That's not your option. And they didn't know what to do.
Keep getting better with time. Better performance.
Thank you, Dimitri. Sorry for not speaking Russian.
Whatever you do.
Did you translate that?
At Harbor Freight.
Find a Russian-speaking girl in Chicago to help. Yeah, I need a tutor. I would like a tutor. The problem is, if I'm honest, is that the teachers that I had, I honestly, it's not that I didn't like them. It's just like, if I can meet someone that I like really like meeting with and really like talking to, that would be perfect. They're rich, yeah. Okay, so they're rich. He said he's a fitness trainer though. They're rich though? They didn't know what to do with their time. Is that true?
Привет всем, меня зовут Наташа, и я учу русский язык. Вот и все. Ну, я бы хотела рассказать о том, как я изучаю его. Во-первых,
Does she have a Russian background? Because even 3 years ago, she's speaking pretty well.
я совершенно не знала о трудностях русского языка.
Holy.
Я даже никогда не
Oh, okay.
звучание русского языка, прежде чем я начала изучать его. И я не вру об этом, серьезно. Но я влюбилась. Очень медленно говорю и делаю много ошибок. И поэтому заранее простите меня. Все произошло случайно.
Yep. I think her father is Ukrainian but Australian born in Guinea. Okay.
Случайно, да? Да. Однажды я
She's doing good. That's what I wanted to do is to make like a Russian for it to be totally Russian speaking, but we came across a problem, which is that I'm retarded. There's another guy who he learned Russian completely before he went to Moscow. His name is Duncan Smith. He has a Twitch channel. And he has a YouTube channel too. Yeah, they're rich. They don't do their time, and I'm watching you because you don't look like those slick-haired playboys. What slick-haired playboys? Who's that? Thanks. I know. I'm like, that's my problem is I don't play the YouTube. I don't want to play the YouTube game. That's the first thing. The second thing is that even if I did play the game, it's no guarantee that I'd be successful anyways. But I don't even want to try to play the game. If I made a clickbait title, it would kill me. It would kill my soul. Like I couldn't make a clickbait title like that. Like like look how much better Russia is than the United States. If I made a title like that, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. But that's just me. Cause I'm so not because I feel like I'm morally superior. It's just like it makes me cringe.
Я решила выучить кириллицу. Я нашла
Even though my channel name is kind of cringe too. Yeah, of course, Tim Kirby. Yeah, he's an OG. He's the one of the original guys. Original. I used to watch him along with Sergei Baklakov back in the days, like 10 years ago. Yeah, he's an OG for real. Tim Kirby. He's funny too. He came to Russia like in the early 2000s and he learned Russian like he doesn't even talk about it. But he can speak Russian fluently and he worked at a Russian media company for a long time. So he's certified. Certified. He did that funny video with Eli from Russia. Tim Kirby's accused of being like a Russian propagandist, you know? Because he worked for, I think, you know, Russian media. Could do media training, do the same. I would love to do that. I would love to do, bro. I would, if I can go to Russia and just make videos in all the cities, and trust me, I would brush my hair, I would look at my face, I would wear whatever you want me to wear, and I would go to every city and do a tour of the city. I would do that for free, to be honest. I mean, I would do it. Oh my gosh, excuse me. If you told me right now we're going to all these cities, like, I don't know. I mean, what would it be, like a travel channel? Tim Kirby does a travel channel, but it's very like highly produced. Like it's a real like TV show type of show. And he does like, I guess, broadcasting, you know. He did a really funny video with Eli from Russia, who is also amazing. She does amazing, she makes amazing videos or whatever. But he was very like Tim Kirby in that interview, he was very like controversial. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Natashenka. I did not know that this lady existed, and she's been on here for a while. We are on an exciting journey to learn Russian. Wonderful. Yeah, in that vid with Eli, he was crapping on him. Yeah, he was saying all kinds of like off the wall stuff. I remember now that you mentioned it, he started randomly talking about Kevin Samuel, and it's like it was very inappropriate, in my opinion. I don't know why he decided to go on a tangent about women. I remember that. Yeah, he was like, "Have you heard of Kevin Samuel?" Yeah, like he was saying like MGTOW, red pill content. That's like, it was really inappropriate. And then poor Eli, she was just like, okay, anyway. Everyone, Kevin Samuels is the GOAT. Yeah, it's interesting. Um, it's interesting because that's so funny. Because guys really like that sort of thing, and fair play to them. Uh, but I never, to me, I always, I'm not Kevin Samuel specifically, but like the whole red pill MGTOW content, the men going their own way, was always weird to me because it's like, as a man, you shouldn't like, it's always like, oh, women suck. Like, women are this, women are that. And it's like, well, as a man, shouldn't you be like above that? Like, a man is supposed to have the man's role. Like, you don't have to be like, oh, like women suck. Because Kevin Samuel was just like, he was the evangelist, but all his followers were like just these guys that hated women or whatever, or they had been divorced, or they didn't understand women, or something to that effect. And yeah, I could never relate to like a red pill guy, a MGTOW guy, because yeah, it's like, okay, a woman's gonna marry you. She's gonna divorce you and take all your money. Now you're mad, and now you're like, oh, I hate women. It's like, okay, now what? I don't know. So now what? And him yelling at women, Kevin Samuel yelling at women, is not gonna change any. It's not gonna fix the situation. Samarkand, what is that? Eli from, she's so beautiful. Samarkand, she's such a pretty lady. What is Samarkand? Eli from Russia. Uzbekistan?
With Visa's fraud protection, you don't pay for what you don't buy. What you gonna do now? Welcome to Uzbekistan. This is a landlocked country located in Central Asia. Currently, I'm exploring the post-Soviet space. I've already visited Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and now it's time for
Wow.
Uzbekistan.
And also, Kevin, bro, people don't talk about this a lot. But that dude, I don't know, he was kind of gay. Wasn't, don't you think? Am I wrong about that? I I don't know. The dude was kind of gay, I'm not gonna lie. If you ever seen him, he was always like sipping some drink out of a straw, like being all gay, and I don't know, man. I don't know. No
I
offense.
don't know much about it, except that it was part of
But it's funny, like how Tim got caught up in the that whole thing. I'm surprised by that, especially as a man with a freaking wife, with a Russian wife. Like, why would you follow that content though, right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
USSR and that almost every
I'm not gonna sit here and talk about. Nah, but Kevin was funny because he would just get girls on there. He would get women on there, and he'd be he was raised by a single man, and like five. Who? Kevin Samuels. He did look kind of gay though. Oh, he divorced. No way. Oh, that makes sense then. I thought he was married. Yikes. That's rough. He got divorced with his Russian wife, or no? I mean, look at Russell, man. Russell, he's got his Russian wife, man. So hey, there's hope for everybody out there. I mean, I don't know. I honestly, You know what's crazy? I took my truck to a mechanic in Arizona, and this dude was nuts. He was like kind of like, and he was telling me how he had a Russian wife. Dude, horror story. It was a horror story, and he said she ruined my life. Blah blah. I mean, it was a nightmare story. So I don't know. I think Russian. I don't know. I've met Russian women in Chicago, and they're not the same. Well, I don't know. I think America has a way of kind of like changing you a little bit. You're not exactly the same. You know what I mean? So you're not exactly the same. I've met Russian girls in Chicago, and it's like they have a little extra. They got a little extra attitude. Which no hate, no shade or nothing. No, it is what it is. You know. The dating situation for men here is pretty bleak. You pretty much have to be. I mean, it's like, well, you know, on the internet. In real life, it's a little different, but I mean, on the internet, it's like it's the odds are really stacked. If you're just a normal guy, it's rough. Sparkling water, yeah, I love sparkling water, but I don't drink it with a straw with my pinky out like this. No, I'm just saying, because nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. I act kind of gay too, man. People told me they thought I was gay. So, was it easy to find in Russia? Oh, yeah, yeah, easy. Yeah, of course. It's the yeah, super easy. It's right next to the regular water. It's sparkling water. It's just water with bubbles, just carbonated. Anyway, yeah, but the dating situation here, I don't know. It's not looking. I mean, I'd be scared to date here because there's a lot going on. Like on Instagram, there's like a whole gender war. Is your hotel? Yeah, my hotel's in a safe area. Yeah, I'm in Plainfield, Illinois, which is basically like, I mean, it's literally like a good hour drive from Chicago, but it's still like a suburb of Chicago, but it's pretty far. It's pretty far. Like well, it's an hour drive, but it's like 30 miles away from like the city of Chicago. I was in Logan Square this morning, and I'm just not feeling it. It's just too, I don't know, it's too busy, and it's too crowded, and it makes me feel like I can't think. Like I feel like people are interfering with my brain frequencies. They're too close. That's how I used to feel in New York too. I used to feel like there's just too much going on and I can't think straight. Um, that makes me the weird one. But yeah. Dang, so Tim Kirby is divorced? Do you know if he was divorced from his Russian wife? Because I thought he was married and he had children. If that's the case, then that's pretty sad. That's sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like any of that content. I didn't like, Kevin Samuels was funny, obviously, because he would get on the phone with these women and he would just roast them. But I mean, he'd be like, "Yeah, you're fat," and it's like, okay, it doesn't matter. Him telling women that you're fat doesn't change anything because Oh, and because in this country, the situation is stacked against men at this point, pretty much. So they don't care if they're fat. They don't care if they're ugly. Um, they still have the upper hand. Women pretty much have the upper hand, especially in a marriage situation. Especially, I mean, if you get married, like, good luck. I have never in my life considered getting married. I'm not marriage material. I'm scared. I'm scared that a woman's gonna leave me, and I don't want to be put in that situation. I'm good. Cause all in my 20s, I would just have like one night stands and go hunt women at a bar and take her home. I wasn't trying to get married with anyone. You know, the situation is it's not looking good for guys. It's not. It doesn't look good for guys. So that's why guys go to places like they go to, I don't know, they go to like Thailand, they go to Southeast Asia, they go to like Dominican Republic because as a 38-year-old man, like if I'm being like what you think I'm going to date? No. No. That's crazy. I'm not dating anybody? What? Like that's crazy. I couldn't even imagine dating somebody. I'm not Asian, bro. Do I look Asian? I couldn't imagine going out right now and dating. Women women some people would say that the world is a matriarchy actually. And I would believe that. And the older I get and the more I'm a little afraid of women, to be honest. I think they have like witch powers, I think they have very strong powers that men don't realize that they have. You do actually look great, bro. Thank you, sir. Do I look Asian? Was run as a matriarchy, that's no lie. What do you mean? Yeah, I think that the power shift, uh the men are at a disadvantage at this point. I think women really have the upper hand at this point. And I believe, I have nothing to back this up by the way, but I believe that women really have like very strong powers. Not just sexual powers, but they have a lot of leverage against men in a lot of different ways. Like, and I mean like which ways, like which ways, like I think a lot of women are like straight up witches. Yes. Think about the typical situation between a man and a woman, like in the Western world. A man falls in love and is basically, I mean, he's so leveraged against, he's at a very low position. The woman is in control. 100%. The woman is in control. How is the man in control? The man really is not in control. I think I always sensed that since I was a kid because I saw my mom. My mom would always be playing my father. My mom would always, and she would tell me, she'd be like, and I don't think this is the case in like Russian society, for example, because the roles there are very like the woman has a role and the man has a role and they both play their role. So it's a little different. I don't know. But here they play that love thing where a man is like, "Oh, I love you," and like the woman is ruthless. A woman is ruthless, like in a real way. I think a lot of guys, because they've been brainwashed by like pop culture and like these songs from the 80s, not like Russian songs talking about way deeper topics. In the 80s, they were talking about, um, I'm falling in love with you, all this romantic bullshit, brainwashing men, all this propaganda about that women were the weaker sex, and women came into their own and they really showed how powerful they are. And I think women are very powerful. And from a young age, I would see my mother manipulate my father. And I saw my father going to work every day. And I was like, I don't want to be in this situation. Like from a young kid, I don't want to be in this situation. My dad would go to work every day, come home to me, a bunch of kids, and a wife who basically just wanted to have what she wanted and was like manipulating him and being like, don't worry. And she'd know how to play it too. She's like, don't worry, I'm going to talk to your father. And she would talk to him, get what she wanted. And I'm like, bro, women are crazy. Cold blooded. So yeah, that's why I'm not married. Because when I was a kid, I never wanted a family because I never wanted to be in the situation that I was in as a kid. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be in my father's shoes. So that's why I'm all messed up. Like, that's why I'm in this situation. I'm 38 years old and I'm single and I have no prospects of marriage, children, nothing at all. I've been completely screwed up since I was a kid. You know what I mean? And I don't know what to do about it. I honestly don't know what to do about it. I'm a normal person, but we were like a Christian family. We'd read the Bible, and the character that I related to the most was the Apostle Paul because he was single. And I used to ask my dad. I used to be like, "Do I have to get married?" And he's like, "No, you don't have to, but you know." I was like, the Apostle Paul didn't get married, so I'm not gonna get married either. Jesus wasn't married. Or whatever. So, you know. Look, Eli from Russia's not married. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? I thought this would be a more interesting topic. I think it's really interesting. Yeah. No, she's too good for me. She's she's awesome. And she's very beautiful. Yep. Maybe I'll look into the shared values visa. Anyways, thank you guys for getting on here with me. I have really nothing else to say, but it was fun. I don't know how to fix this. What's up, buddy? Talifer? Yes, sir. What's going on, man? I got that song in my head. I don't know. I put up a video I put up a video, but I don't know. I'll come back on here soon, a couple days probably. Yeah, I've been on here for a while. I've been on here for like 2 hours. It's crazy. I was talking about something I hope people would be more interested in, that I think women, that the world is actually a matriarchy and that women are witches and they have very strong powers, but nobody wanted to talk about that. I was hoping that we could get into it, but we listened to that song. What was the song that we were listening to? Nizali? What is it called? I gotta look it up. All right, guys. Well, have a good night. Nazari. Yeah. I have it stuck in my head. Nazari. Na, 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 na. All right, well, I'll come on here some other time. I'll see you again. In the meantime, have a good day. Wherever you're at. If it's in Russia, it's in the morning, I think. Okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch the video. I'll look it up. But thank you for being with me. Have a good night, all right? Or have a good day. See you later.